For decades, the effort to project our existence into the cosmos relied on massive physical machines. For a long time, the loudest voice humanity possessed was a 305-meter dish nestled in the mountains of Puerto Rico. In 1974, astronomer Frank Drake used that machine, the Arecibo Observatory, to compile a binary broadcast designed to tell the universe who we are. Working alongside Carl Sagan, Drake encoded a mathematical snapshot of humanity. They mapped out our DNA structure, our average physical height, and the population of Earth at the time. They aimed this message at Messier 13, a dense cluster of about 300,000 stars, located 25,000 light-years away. It was a 3-minute pulse carrying a 210-byte image of our existence. Decades later, a team of university students known as the Boreken Voyagers won a global challenge to design a modernized transmission. They updated the math, the science, and our planetary map to send a new message for the 21st century. That broadcast never left the planet. On December 1st, 2020, before the transmission could occur, the 900-ton instrument platform at Arecibo crashed through the dish below, destroying the telescope. While other facilities like the Goldstone Complex still maintain planetary radar, the collapse of Arecibo silenced our most powerful and iconic means of shouting into the deep. Its destruction signaled a forced shift in our cosmic strategy, moving us away from active broadcasting and back toward passive listening. Today, the focus of space contact has moved from massive transmitters to strict legal guidelines. In June 2026, the International Academy of Astronautics ratified an updated set of post-detection protocols outlining exactly how scientists should handle an incoming signal. The central pillar of these guidelines is a firm rule: no single nation, organization, or scientist is allowed to reply. The protocols dictate an absolute no-reply policy unless there is a broad, international consensus coordinated by the United Nations. This flowchart illustrates a major blind spot. There is a clear path for receiving a radio transmission, but the framework hits a dead end if a physical craft shows up. If a probe physically arrives, there are zero treaties dictating how governments should respond. This deep tension between reaching out and staying silent has become a rich subject for modern science fiction. In Mike Lightheart's 2025 flash fiction piece, Quarantined Soul, humanity makes first contact, but the encounter is instantly flipped on its head. The arriving aliens don't want to conquer Earth. Instead, they are confused. They ask human scientists why our solar system initiated a 227,000-year communication blackout, making our recent radio experiments look like accidental leaks from a civilization trying to hide. Whether codified in United Nations guidelines or explored in short stories, a clear pattern emerges. Our default institutional posture toward the universe is caution. We treat silence as a protective shield. The concept of the last message moves from hard science into psychological horror in indie gaming. In the 2026 interactive fiction game, The Last Message from Earth, players take on the role of a lone operator trapped in orbit. The game strips away the aliens to focus on the isolation of receiving conflicting, unverifiable signals from home. Earth is broadcasting emergency transmissions that contradict each other, forcing you to decide which voice to trust as your oxygen runs out. But a final transmission can also be a marker of progress. In Sequoia Nagamatsu's novel, How High We Go in the Dark, Earth's last message marks an evolutionary milestone. In the year 7037, humanity broadcasts its final earthly transmission to announce the construction of a Dyson sphere. This megastructure signals our transition to a multi-planetary society, where harvested solar energy powers colonies on Mars, Luna, and Titan. We spent a lot of time imagining worst-case scenarios, from claustrophobic isolation to necessary galactic quarantines. Yet empirical research tells a different story about how we would actually handle extraterrestrial contact. A 2018 study published in Frontiers in Psychology analyzed public language and psychological data, and the results were clear. If we found definitive proof of alien life tomorrow, the public reaction would likely be one of overwhelming optimism and intense curiosity. We lost the Arecibo telescope, drafted strict legal documents, and wrote stories of terrifying silence. But underneath all of that, the idea of a final message from Earth is a psychological mechanism, a way for us to process our own legacy and to hope that someone, somewhere, is listening.